Thank you. Thank you. Good. That is our father. Yes. Gentlemen of the press, I recognize you. Today, history is being made. And let me start. This is not, I will agree with Prof on one thing, that this is not, we are not playing politics here. I'm not playing politics here. What we are doing today, we are not window dressing. This is a statement of fact. We are not maybe just doing propaganda. We are walking our talk. So let me start by appreciating President Muhammadu Buhari for walking his talk. And let me appreciate all of those that have played their part. Particularly, I've recognized the CCC. But let me extend that same courtesy to the People's Republic of China, the President, for approving all this facility for us, that we are witnessing this, what I call life-changing experience that is about to happen to us here in Nigeria. And let me congratulate all Nigerians. Congratulations to all of us in Nigeria. Because clearly what we are doing today, it's what will change Nigeria to be among the committee of developed nations, of emerging markets, emerging nations. There is no way there can be any social economic development without infrastructure being in place. And look at what we are doing today, just like play. People probably this hasn't synced, because what we are doing today will revolutionize Nigeria in a very fantastic and special way. And kudos to our cultural troupe. Look at what they just demonstrate to us here. The time it will necessarily take before has been chosen, has been reduced. Imagine when this thing is fully operational. 29 minutes from Lagos to Abeokuta. Amazing. It hasn't been like that since the creation of this country. Yes, we've had experience when we are growing up. Railways, yes, my dad was in railways for 35-37 years. Now look at what we are witnessing today again. I will just mention about 1 or 2, 3 things, benefits that this will bring to all of us in Nigeria. I've mentioned that globally the social economic development of this our nation will improve. Every day, look at the quantum of people, look at how many of us that this thing brought, just 2 coaches or maybe 3, brought from Lagos to this place. For us to have equal number of people here, we will need minimum maybe 100 or even more, maybe 200 more or more of vehicles to put on the road. We will not use that time that we use to get to where we are going. When you see several vehicles on the road, of course, safety concerns comes in. Even health issue comes in. Look at the pressure ride we just took from Lagos to this place. Just look at the ambience. We are not inhaling any combustible things. No, on the road you will see all of those. Everybody, stores, everybody, fumes. People will stay on that road. Accident can happen. Just take that first. Now look at our road itself. Look at the pressure being put on our road every day. Indeed, Nigeria is one country. I mean, all of these countries, nations that I've mentioned, they have at least 80 or 90% of their goods. They transfer them, they move them from one place to another through their rail system. Because once they do that, of course, they will take burden off our roads. And look at all our roads. Why are they so bad? Because roads that are designed, different roads, some are designed for 30 tonnage, some 40, some 50, some 60, probably even some 100. But you will discover here, people will now be plying roads that are designed maybe for 45 tonnage. They'll be putting 60 on it, and clearly the road will disappear. So with what we are doing today, we are going to help all of us as a people, we are going to help our economy, our industries, because it will now be easy for you to move our goods from the port or even from Lagos to anywhere. Either you are going to Kano, you are going to Onitsha, you are going to Aba, you are going to Ilorin, just even to Olokemeji down around the corner here. Number one, the time it will take will be shortened. The hassles, the problem that it will take will be lessened. So clearly now we can move maybe 1,000 containers or even 5,000 containers packed just by one train. They will move it from one place to another, maybe from Lagos to Kano. To move maybe a container from Lagos to Kano, maybe you need 1 week. Now you will just use maybe 1 day to move more than even 2,000 containers. What will that do to our economy? It will improve our economy. It will. Now look at even the employment that this will create for our people. We've been told 11,000, 2,000. Look at the attendant one, the indirect benefit to all our young ones, to our young graduates, to our artisans. And clearly people don't know. This is more of transferring of technology. We are transferring technology to our people. Yes, the CCCC are the one midwifing this, but about 90-95% of people working, they are Nigerians. They are. Clearly, we are giving them experience. China is transferring that technology to us on how to do this. And I'm sure we are mastering it. So if you look at all of those things, but the one that excites me the more is wherever this rail passes through, it will spur development. Now look at this place. Just come to this place in maybe 6 months' time. And that is why as government, look at all of these places now. You will see what it will become. So it will spur development. All these places will be turned to mega cities. Anywhere the station is, you will see everybody coming there. And Kabiyesi, yes, I agree with you that our houses, yes, will be occupied now. But it's going to be the other way around. We are the industrial capital of Nigeria, Ogun State. So now more people will now come and work and live in Ogun State because of this. Because all the industries, they are with us in Ogun State. But what do? Some of them, they go back, they say they want to go and live in Lagos. Now they will be living here. People will now be working. They will be working here in Ogun State. They will be working everywhere. Look at their yard in this Ogun State. We are lucky. They have yard in Kajola. They have yard in, they call it Itori. They call it Babalanto in Itori. As we are going on, they are going to have something here as well. They are having mega stations between Ibadan and Lagos. They are having, they said, 2 in Lagos, 1 in Abeokuta here, 1 in Ibadan. And to run like that to Kano. So clearly, the benefits are enormous. I've mentioned it. When you are in the train, calmly you will go from one place to another. You are in the vehicle, traveling on the road, health hazard, several issues. So we thank God for all of us. I congratulate all of us. And that's why I said, for me, this will not just be about politics. This is reality. And anybody that do good, you should return it with what? With good. And for me, when I go out there and say, oh, President Muhammadu Buhari has done this, President Muhammadu Buhari has done that, truly these are things that you can see. These are not mirage. These are not things that you are thinking we will do. He is doing it. And that is one of the things that we have enjoyed today. Look at our road, our Lagos-Ibadan Express Road. President Muhammadu Buhari is not the first president in this nation. But clearly, he's walking his talk. He's bringing back those good old days. I think the last time maybe we will use train from Lagos to Ibadan, even beyond, maybe about 30 whatever years ago, probably even 40 years ago. Now clearly everything is moribund, now it's being rejuvenated. So many thanks to President Muhammadu Buhari, many thanks to all the ministries, all the people that did this hard job. So for me, this is not about campaigning. Clearly we can use, it is our performance, it is our achievement that will speak for us. It is President Muhammadu Buhari's performance that we are speaking to. So this will not be about policy, it will be about reality. That if somebody has done this, do you want this thing to continue, yes or no? Yes. If you want this to continue, then there's one thing we must do. We must make sure that that administration that is doing it continue in office to finish all these beautiful projects that are done. So Clearly, I really cannot wait for this election to happen, and I know all of us will repay good with good. Particularly those of us here in Ogun State, we will. And I'm sure all Nigerians will as well, because they've seen the difference between somebody saying we will do and somebody that is not just saying we will do, but is doing it, he has done it. So once again, well done to all of you. Well done. There's still more to be done, and that is why we must give, all of us, we must give our vote back to President Muhammadu Buhari. We must re-elect him to continue with this wonderful job that he's doing. And to our people, I saw you coming up with some kind of it's not placard. We are happy, we are rejoicing, we are congratulating